The Nadal Academy moment that changed everything. Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. You are 20 years old. You have left everything familiar behind, flown across continents, and you're standing on a red clay court at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Mallorca under the Mediterranean sun. You're grinding through serve drills. Your coach is watching. You're locked in. Then, without announcement, without fanfare, Rafael Nadal himself walks onto your court. He watches you for a moment, then starts talking, pointing, correcting your serve mechanics with those same hands that lifted 14 Roland Garros trophies. That is not a movie scene. That actually happened to Alexandra Eala roughly 3 weeks before she flew to Rome for the 2026 Italian Open. And if you understand what that moment means in the context of her clay court journey, you already know why this year's Italian Open feels completely different. From rock bottom in Rome to redemption exactly 12 months ago, on these same Roman courts, a young Alex Eala won just one game in her entire match. One game. The scoreline was so brutal that even her most loyal supporters quietly tried to forget it. She came back anyway, not with her head down, not apologetically. She returned with a full coaching restructure, renewed purpose, and the direct fingerprints of the Nadal family on her game. That decision tells you everything about who Alexandra Eala really is. The ranking math that favors her. The numbers right now are fascinating. Back in March, Eala reached a career-high ranking of world number 29, a historic peak that put the Philippines firmly on the WTA map. Today, she sits at number 41. That 12-spot slide didn't happen because she collapsed. It happened because tennis rankings are ruthless. Last year's big points from her Miami semi-final run have now dropped off. But here's the beautiful part for Rome 2026. She has only 10 ranking points to defend in this tournament. That number is tiny, almost irrelevant. It means every single win at the Foro Italico from May 5th onward is pure gain. No heavy defending, no points cliff hanging over her. For the first time in months, the pressure has completely flipped in her favor. The clay reality check, but math doesn't win matches, and we have to be honest. Eala's 2026 clay season entering Rome has been tough. 1 win, 3 losses. Lost her Stuttgart opener to Leylah Fernandez 6-1, 6-4. Lost in the second round in Madrid to Elise Mertens 6-2, 6-1. The surface that once exposed her is now the one she is determined to conquer. Yet something has clearly shifted. The work at the Nadal Academy, the personal guidance from Rafa himself, the visible improvements in movement, spin, and mental approach, all of it is starting to show. This is no longer the same player who won just one game in Rome last year. This is a 20-year-old who has stared at her worst professional memory, walked straight back into it, and arrived with tools she didn't have before. The Italian Open 2026 feels like the beginning of something important for Alex Eala. The stage is set. The clay is waiting. And this time, she's ready to write a very different story. The redemption arc. From one game in Rome to NASA-level preparation, and beneath those recent losses sits the ghost that started it all. May 7th, 2025, Alex Eala's Rome debut. Marta Kostyuk 6-0, 6-1. One game. That's all she won in her entire first match on these historic courts. A brutal scoreline that still stings. Now here's the part that hits hardest. Kostyuk, Leylah Fernandez, and Elise Mertens, all 3 players who have beaten her convincingly on clay, are confirmed in this year's 2026 Rome draw. They aren't just opponents. They are living reminders of past verdicts, back in the building to judge her growth. Most players would quietly hope to avoid that side of the bracket. Alex Eala chose the opposite path. She went straight back to the Rafael Nadal Academy and brought in the architect of the greatest clay court career in history. The Nadal effect. Tony Nadal, the man who coached Rafael Nadal to 14 Grand Slams and 10 Italian Open titles, is now working as a dedicated clay court specialist in Eala's team. Not as a casual advisor, not a guest appearance, a deliberate, coordinated part of the structure. Her longtime coach Joan Bosch, who has been with her since her junior days and helped take her from talented teenager to the first Filipina in the WTA Top 30, described the recent training block with one word: NASA. That is not coach speak. That is a man who has watched every swing for years, telling you the level of expertise and infrastructure around Eala right now is extraordinary. And then there was the moment that still feels surreal. Rafael Nadal himself walked onto her practice court unannounced. He watched her serve, then stepped in, correcting mechanics with the same hands that reshaped clay court tennis forever. Later, he actually hit with her, a 20-year-old Filipina training alongside the king of clay. Eala spoke about it with quiet fire on the glorious red carpet in Madrid. Clay is more gritty, more physical than other surfaces. Anything I can take from Rafa, I will take with pride. That is not a player trying to survive on clay. That is a player announcing her intention to eventually own it. The glorious moment that transcended tennis on April 20th in Madrid. While most players were resting or grinding through qualifying, Alex Eala walked the glorious World Sports Awards red carpet in a custom Filipiniana gown. The fabric was piña, delicate pineapple fiber, one of the most revered traditional textiles in the Philippines. Her uncle designed the gown. The material was shipped directly from Manila just days before the event. The WTA posted her arrival on Instagram. It exploded, 78,000 likes and nearly 900 comments in hours. She wasn't a background figure that night. Olympic champions and world record holders turned toward her. The room felt her presence. That moment wasn't just about fashion. It was cultural. A young Filipina carrying her country's identity onto one of the biggest global stages in sport, and the world responded with warmth. This is the version of Alex Eala arriving in Rome 2026. She is no longer the wide-eyed debutante who won one game last year. She is a 20-year-old who has faced her worst professional memory, returned to the scene of it, and surrounded herself with the greatest clay court minds on the planet. The math favors her. The preparation is elite. The mindset is steel. The Italian Open is waiting. And this time, the story feels very different. The redemption arc is in full motion. Glorious, legacy, and the deliberate choice for Rome. Glorious does not chase trends. Glorious invites futures. And they chose a 20-year-old from the Philippines who has been a professional for only a few years, yet has already redefined what tennis looks like across an entire region of the world. From Quezon City to Cebu, from Dubai to Daly City, families who never followed WTA rankings before are now glued to every match. Manny Pacquiao, the greatest Filipino athlete of all time, spoke about her in Tagalog on national television. I am so proud because she is Filipino. The country needs more like her. The cultural weight on Alex Eala's shoulders is real. It has been real for a while. But here's what separates her from players who buckle under that pressure. She does not carry the weight like a burden. She wears it naturally. Then she goes back to the practice court and slides into another forehand on clay until the movement becomes pure instinct. The technical breakthrough Joan Bosch, her longtime coach, gave a telling verdict during the Madrid swing. He said clay was where she was rawest, where she had the most room to grow. But now, she is moving much better and she is sliding. For someone who grew up primarily on hard courts, sliding on clay is not natural. It is a skill that must be reprogrammed into the body through thousands of painful, repetitive movements until it stops feeling foreign. The inability to slide, to absorb stretch balls, to construct long defensive rallies, that was exactly what Marta Kostyuk exposed 12 months ago in Rome. Bosch is now telling the world that weakness has been rebuilt. That is not coach hype. That is a man reading his own blueprint back to you. The honest recent chapter, let's be fair. The last few weeks have not been a fairy tale. The Stuttgart loss to Leylah Fernandez stung. The Madrid second-round defeat to Elise Mertens, 6-2, 6-1, was painful to watch, the kind of scoreline that makes even the most loyal supporters go quiet for a moment. Greg Rosetsky, one of her strongest public supporters and a former world number 4, didn't sugarcoat it. He acknowledged the scorelines were a real concern. But look at what Eala did in the hours after Madrid. She posted on Instagram expressing gratitude for the experience and promising she would come back stronger. Then she made a decisive move. She withdrew from the WTA 125 Catalonia Open, the scheduled warm-up tournament before Rome. She gave up potential ranking points and extra match practice. She chose rest, recovery, and laser-focused preparation instead. She is not treating Rome as just another stop on the calendar. She is treating it as the statement. The stage is set for O Italico. May 5th through May 17th, 2026. This is the moment. The same courts where she won only one game last year. The same opponents who have beaten her back in the draw. The same surface that once exposed her is now the one she has been rebuilding from the ground up under the guidance of the Nadal family. The math is in her favor. The preparation is elite. The mindset is unbreakable. Alex Eala is not here to survive Rome this time. She is here to rewrite the story. And the tennis world is watching. Rome 2026. The return, the reason. The reckoning. Eala walks into the Foro Italico carrying something far more powerful than rankings or expectations. She carries a coaching setup that Joan Bosch compared to working at NASA, with Tony Nadal's fingerprints woven directly into her clay strategy. She carries the memory of Rafael Nadal himself walking onto her practice court, picking up balls, and spending time fine-tuning her lefty serve. She carries just 10 ranking points to defend, meaning every win from here is pure upward momentum. A third-round run is already net positive. A quarterfinal pushes her back toward her career high of number 29. Anything deeper puts the top 32 and automatic Grand Slam seeding within realistic reach by the time Roland Garros begins on May 24th, where she also has only 10 points to defend. Across the next 5 weeks, the upper half of the WTA rankings sits in front of her like an unlocked door. The same opponents who beat her last year on clay are in the draw. The same courts that humbled her are waiting. The same surface that once exposed every weakness has now been turned into her training ground under the most sophisticated clay court infrastructure a 20-year-old could access. And an entire nation is not just hoping she wins. They are watching her become. This is what the WTA's new global moment actually looks like when you strip away the press releases and ranking graphics. It is a 20-year-old from the Philippines standing in the Eternal City, trained by the family that defined clay court excellence, dressed in the fabric of her nation, carrying 12 months of accumulated hunger back to the place where her lowest professional moment happened. Rome did not break Alexandra Eala. It gave her a reason. And now she has returned with the team, the technique, the movement, the mindset, and the quiet fire to give these courts a completely different answer. The question is no longer whether she belongs on clay. The question is how far this rebuilt, refocused, and rearmed version of Alex Eala goes before the rest of the world stops being surprised. The clay is ready. The stage is set. The story is hers to write. And this time, she is not here to survive Rome. She is here to claim it. Philippines.